Coming up on this episode of Luke and Pete Talking Shit.
And I know you. Go on other people's podcasts and you'd say it, and to get my reaction, they'll be like, "Yeah, so you dating anybody? I'm shagging his mum. Smell my finger." Hey guys, welcome back to Luke and Pete
Talking Shit.
the place where Luke and Pete
Talk that shit.
every single week, and we are in the new studio.
Live in the new studio, people.
Bit
Welcome
bare.
back,
Bit
Sheetsters.
bare in here.
A bit bare, a bit echoey. I feel like my voice is more echoey because it's more booming, commanding. Yours is a bit more chilled out. In my headphones, does it sound...
Okay. I don't like you trying to diminish my voice. Mine is a bit more commanding.
No,
There's nothing more commanding about you. How dare you?
No, if you had my voice, that would be intense.
If I had your voice,
If I had your body with my voice, it would be the perfect combination.
no,
but
I think I'd be less masculine with your voice.
What?
I think I'd be less masculine.
Why?
Pete, when you do get angry, but you just swear when you get angry.
No, yeah, do you? I get aggressive.
But when you get shocked, you just giggle.
So yeah, we had the Sisters in the City episode went out last week. They put that out. That was good fun.
Yeah.
So go and check out that if you got any
Those
free
are from
time.
some fun ladies.
What?
They're fun ladies.
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean?
They were fun ladies.
All right.
You're trying to start a narrative. Stop. Listen, anyway, I want to talk about this. Yeah. Whenever I plan on doing something,
Yeah.
I always go overboard. Like I saw this not advert. I saw some video about walking. How walking is really good exercise. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had decided I was gonna walk from my house in Bromley to Brixton.
Why?
Yeah? I just decided. Yeah. I'm gonna walk to Brixton. Yeah, that's a good distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to Sydenham, yeah, and my shoes were chafing the back of.
When did you do this?
This was like a few years ago. I was so embarrassed, and I walked just fine, and then I had to hobble home, and I was like,
Why didn't you get the bus?
No, I don't know. That would have been really embarrassing. Fuck me, right?
I went for a walk to Brixton, got the bus home.
Yeah, I think I overestimate. Have you ever walked long distances?
Mm-hmm. There was, I remember this ad in Belfast when I was in Ireland. They used to do this ad on TV. Go walking. That's what to do. Go walking. Walking is good for you. Walking. That's what to do. Go walking. Walking is good for you. And it's always stuck in my head, but it was just the most annoying ad.
Yeah.
And me and my cousin still sing it to each other.
That is the best kind of ad. That is a really good ad then.
I know. An annoying Belfast accent ad.
Autoglass fly, autoglass direct.
Autoglass repair.
Yeah.
Autoglass replace.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what's the other one? There's another advert that sticks in your head.
There was another one in Belfast that annoyed me. Ding dong, Ferguson flowers. That's right. Come down to Belfast and get your flowers. Ding dong, Ferguson flowers.
Really?
Down at Ferguson flowers.
Me. That is.
What other good ads have you got?
There's another one.
Autoglass repair. Autoglass replace.
There's another one.
Go compare.
Oh, yeah, that was one. Yeah, that was a good one. But go on. Have you ever walked long distances?
I once walked home from central London to Twickenham on a night out. And for anyone wondering, that's about 12 miles. Is it? Well, it felt like 12 miles.
I wonder how far was Sydenham to Brixton to Sydenham? Because yeah. So what you
Brixton to Sydenham's not even far.
Try fucking walking that. Try. I had on
Brixton to Sydenham.
Air Max 70. I can't remember what they were. Air Max 99s or something like that. And they're meant to be fucking comfortable shoes. I don't know how Romans did it.
Romans, they walked in a little piece of leather on the bottom of the foot.
Yeah, with fucking things tied up to their thingy. Fucking tied around the calf. Women wear those now. With
Breaks, extra stiffness.
Like we're going to war.
Extra support.
Like thingy, wrap it around.
And they used to just have a flap on the bottom of the foot.
Yeah, and they used to walk with heavy armour.
And that did turn into the woman's type of shoe. Yeah. Where the leather bit went through the big toe.
Yeah, have you seen? I've been with women after a night out, yeah?
Yeah.
and
What? Oh, what? They asked to wear your shoes.
no, women do that. Take off their shoes and they ask. Thinking, I'm like, take off my shoes. What other ones? What am I gonna wear?
That turns me on when a woman walks bare feet. Look
Yeah,
at her dirty feet.
No, it does.
I
You're
don't, you
you're
filthy cow.
I've had sex with women. And
Ah!
the feet
Feet be
foot,
dirty.
the foot bottom is dirty. You hold them up.
Ah, don't look at them. Don't look at them. It's gonna make me.
You know what? Because they got an arch. The inside the arch is clean.
Yeah, yes.
Just the base. Just the base of the foot.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dirty feet. Why do dirty feet?
I don't know, but I wouldn't want to lick them.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, but just to look at them. Oh, you filthy cow.
You know, it does.
You've walked without shoes on.
I've seen women with the crumbs on the bottom of their feet. Crumbs!
Oh, the
on
Cookie
football.
Monster.
Yeah.
Oh, the crumbs on the bottom of the
crumbs
feet.
on the bottom of the
I
feet.
don't like it when it's got that dead skin, crusty skin around the side of it, because it's been walked on too much. That's what I don't like, when it goes a bit crusty on the side.
Yeah, you need to get the old
Like nail file out. Have you seen the video of the guy who gets the nail file out and he does a line?
like his drugs.
Yeah, he does like a line of ankle dust.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Bloody ankle dust, man.
No, that's terrible.
Would you do a line of one woman's ankle dust?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, that actually sounds like a drug. You want some ankle dust? What, you want some ankle? You want some ankle
That
dust?
should be the next Luke versus Pete. Oh, it's making me gag.
Who could have the most ankle dust?
Oh, it's making me gag. It's just I hate that stuff.
No,
But-
not grinding it up.
Yeah, but that is quite a kinky turn on.
No, but I was saying, when the women take off those things that got all up here,
The leathery
their legs,
ones.
it's cut into their legs. You can see their legs, like it's like when a woman comes
It's
up
got
from
the
a
red
night
line,
out-
red mark on it.
Yeah. They're thingy, man. Yeah.
But that's when you get with blotchy, white-legged women. But when you go with tanned lined,
No. You can get it on women with tanned legs.
with the orange legs.
No, Pete, who are you going for? Fuck, Tango, man. Fuck me.
No, but you know what I mean. The one where it doesn't leave a blotchy mark. She's obviously done it up too tight.
No, but they have to do those up too tight.
No.
Can you imagine if you get to come because those were the pinnacle of men back in the day. Those were the men who went to war.
leather
Can you
shoes.
imagine if you come to fight someone who's like, you want to fight me?
Yeah, and like he's got the high heel on it.
yeah, at the back. Yeah. Men, high heels used to be for men. You know that, right? Oh, we talked about this before.
Did-
high heels
did they?
Yeah, high heel, men used to be men who wore high heels. Yeah.
Do you know what the high heel is actually for? I don't know whether I've said this, but it's for elongating the legs.
Yeah,
so
to extend it. Yeah, makes it more sexy.
to extend it. But I do find a woman walking bare feet when her calfy muscles are condensed. That's when they look more attractive, I think.
A nice calf is attractive. I like long
When
legs.
they're walking just normally.
Yeah, no, just
Because their legs look different to men's legs.
What?
Their legs look different standing normally without the shoe on to men's legs. But you don't normally see it because women elongate their legs.
Oh, when we was out today, I saw a woman today, yeah, just walking down the street in a skirt. I tried to point it out to you, you weren't paying attention. Her legs were fucking hairy.
Oh, you trying to point out hairy legs?
I was like, so you don't want to look hairy? He's like, what? What's going on?
Yeah, was that when we were in Lewisham?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that area is a bit...
Well, Lewisham.
Well, that area we were walking through was like, I don't know, man. The streets of Calcutta.
Yeah,
That was like a bit, come on. There was someone with dead fish in the street. It's not fishy.
Yeah, it's called a fishmongers.
Yeah, I know, but it was like, come on, there's flies. Get rid of the flies.
No, you made it sound like he's fucking just on the street with dead fish. Like
There was a bucket of fish. I was like, come on. They
£1 fish.
Yeah. But they looked like,
Did I?
get some new fish.
Did I tell you the time? Yeah, I probably have told you a story, but you probably won't even remember. I once went where we was today. I went to the high street. We went to go and meet some guy for some deal. My friend went to go pick up a phone, and we ended up getting in a fight with these two. They pepper sprayed. It didn't hit me, but I think it hit my friend. And then we all started fighting, scuffling on that high street there. Yeah, this is about 8 o'clock at night. We got a bus down there.
You started fighting?
Yeah, all started fighting. And then my friend, the police came running over because there's a police station right there. The police came running over. Hey, stop that! And my friend started beating up the police officer. Because he'd been pepper sprayed. So he didn't know who he was fighting. He was just fighting, yeah?
Yeah.
And then we all got arrested.
Oh, but he was blind though.
Yeah, he couldn't
Was
see.
it wasn't the police officer's pepper spray?
No. It was one of the guys' pepper sprays.
Do you know the best thing to do when you've been pepper sprayed?
What?
Someone's pepper sprayed you. You grab the stuff out of your eyes, undo that, and like flick it back at them, so they at least get some of the pepper spray as well.
Really?
Yeah, you need to get the pepper spray from your eyes into their eyes somehow.
I saw a woman who they were wrestling. 2 women police officers were wrestling with a man, and she pepper sprayed her colleague.
The woman did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Some of them women police officers.
They don't know what to do. They panic. I've seen a female police officer pepper spray herself because she's aiming that way.
Really?
Yeah. And she's done herself, and I'm like, see, this is why you shouldn't use pepper spray if you don't know how to use it properly.
Someone pepper sprayed themselves.
They aimed it and went, freeze, so I'm going to use the pepper spray. And it went into their own. You're like, no, don't pepper spray yourself.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah, but they do that. They do, and some of these people don't get proper training, man.
What do you mean?
Like, you can tell they haven't been trained properly because they're really small.
What's wrong with being small?
Like, how did you get through training?
No, you can't be too fat to get through police training. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Fatness is a height isn't a requirement, but fatness is.
Fatness.
Like you have to run a certain distance. And you look at some police officers, you're like, how you couldn't pass your test again?
No, they passed it and then they sit in the car and eat donuts.
Yeah. So you should. No, you're watching American stuff.
Well, the British people, rodeo?
Oh God! There's a donut shop near here. You're gonna see us on a year's episode from now. Logan P talking shit.
I'll definitely put on weight. I'll definitely be able to put on weight in this new office because there's so many good food places around here.
Do you know what? When we was in Lewisham today, when we was walking, just randomly, there was a guy reading from the Bible.
Oh, you need to tell them the story from yesterday, though. Luke was accusing me of being a liar.
Well, we was having an argument, and
I wasn't lying.
Okay.
I was making an example.
Pete said something that wasn't true in order to prove a point. Yeah. So he's trying to make a point. So he twisted something.
No, I didn't twist it.
Well, you didn't really ask me not to say it.
What?
What are you talking about? Go on.
No, you said, oh, I don't like it when Pete does this. And I said, yeah, but okay. But I don't like it when you do this. When I don't really mind when he does that. But I said it as an example of, but that's what you're doing to me.
Yeah, which is a lie.
What?
Which is a lie.
Which was a lie, but you didn't know that at the time, though.
I didn't know it was like. I said it was used.
I know, but pretend there wasn't.
No.
Pretend there wasn't.
The people on the call didn't know. And you like, yeah, Luke knows me well enough to know. I'm like, yeah.
But they had no idea.
No. So it's a lie. So anyway, we're just walking randomly. We're walking randomly into the shopping centre, and then some guy reading from a Bible goes,
just as I walked past.
Just as he walked by, if a man can tell a single lie, then he's a wimp. He looked at me, he's like, this is what makes me believe there's a God.
When stuff like that happens, you go, oh, there's got to be a God, because God's gone, oh, he's walking past now. Here we go.
No. Yeah. And like, yeah, he's a wimp.
Say it.
And the word wimp.
You burst out laughing.
Yeah, wimp is such a...
But I couldn't do what that guy does for a living.
What?
Just talking like gibberish all day.
It's not a job.
Well, we kind of do that, actually.
Yeah, we actually do. At least we have seats.
yeah. He's done love doing it.
All right, we got some dilemmas for you, yeah.
A dilemma special.
Yeah. We got a backlog, so we're gonna get through them.
Because we're in the new studio here, as you can see, just for you lot, because we love you. It's looking a bit better. We gotta spruce up the place a bit, Luke.
All right. Let's do anger issues, yeah? Hey guys, sorry to interrupt.
We just wanted to remind you guys if you could leave a comment below, or if you could also hit the follow button or subscribe button on the app you're listening or watching on.
Please do that now. Don't wait to do it. We need your help. Please, if you like the podcast, it's supporting us. That is a way to support us.
That is the best
there's another way.
You can sign up to Patreon.
If you really want to, if you've got that jingle jangle in the pocket.
The jingle jangle. It's only £3 a month. Don't sign up on the Apple podcast.
The Apple app. Yeah.
Go to the website, patreon.com/Luke and Pete directly. Sign up through there. Then download the app. Because Apple If you do it directly through them first, they charge you a bit of a tax on top. So it's cheaper if you do it the way I've just said.
Yeah. So please do go check out the Patreon. We've got a lot of content.
We've got
breakdancing.
Breakdancing just coming up.
We've got a Patreon exclusive episode every Thursday. We've got the Luke versus Pete where we do line dancing, break dancing. We do all these challenges. We go out and see who wins.
You also get this main episode ad-free. YouTube have completely shafted you on the ads recently, not because of us.
Yeah.
That's their decision. But on our Patreon, there's no ads. Plus, we include the swearing.
All stuff uncensored, yeah? We've also got pranks over there where
He's done a lot of pranks on me.
Yeah. So go and check it out. There's a lot of content over there and we're adding more every week, yeah?
If you want to be a producer on the podcast, you can also pay the £5 subscription where you get a hair follicle named after you on my actual head.
You get the certificate sent to you.
And you get the certificate sent to you as well. And there's a £20 tier, Luke, for those with that jingle jangle.
Who really love the podcast and want to support us.
Thank you so much.
But listen, thank you, and let's crack on with the episode. Luke and Pete, help. I'm dating this woman and she is great apart from her anger issues. We once had an argument over getting a parking ticket and in the middle of the street, she spat in my face.
Oh.
It really pissed me off. I have never hit a woman, but I did spit back.
Oh, yeah.
Am I wrong because she won't let me forget it?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, okay. I hate, no, do you know what? I hate, this is one of my pet peeves, yeah? I don't like when a woman does something, like I always say to my sister, I say to my daughter, I say to my niece, do not put your hands on a man.
Because he can put his hands back on you.
And then you have you're playing a game you can't win. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Don't complain about, oh, he's hit me. No. You do not hit someone if you don't expect to get hit back.
Well, nobody should hit.
No, nobody. Exactly. If it's something further, but if someone spat in my face, I can imagine I've seen the two Indian guys when they're like this. and they're spitting in each other. Was it Indian or Chinese?
No, it was Chinese and Indian.
Or was it? Were they doing it?
Yeah.
And they're just spitting in each other's face. I'm like,
yeah.
There's no
but
winners
why after the third spit, I'd be like, I'm going to have to punch now.
No,
because I'm getting slimy.
I'm going to be honest with you. If a man spat in my face, I'm punching straight away. And
really?
Once I clock him, then I'm spitting on him.
But it's the smell that I can't deal with. I can smell the spit because it's like, so like, you know, when you wipe it and it dries up and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, your breath smells of shit.
yeah.
And someone spat in my... Okay, if Charlotte spat in your face, does it matter if it's in public?
Well, I'd be like, well, why are you spitting?
What?
Why are you spitting?
One second. If you was arguing with Charlotte and she spat in your face, you'd be like, why are you spitting?
In private? If it's just been there.
I thought we was angry with each other.
Charlotte, first of all, she wouldn't do that. Charlotte wouldn't spit.
If you spat in Charlotte's face, how do you think she'd react?
Oh, let me think. What would she do? What have I gone? Have I like hacked it up?
Does it matter?
That's like more. I can really. I can hit a bullseye from
that would sting.
from a couple of
that
meters.
Would sting.
And you'd feel it.
Yeah.
I can hit it hard if I went.
Yeah.
But
you get a lot. It's all together.
I think she'd be like, she'd say something like, "You're disgusting." She'd say something like that would hurt my feelings, that would make me feel weak.
Really?
Yeah, she'd say something like that's all you were ever gonna do or something.
A true Indian.
Yeah. And then she'd turn and probably walk off and never talk to me again.
Really?
If I did it in public, yeah. I don't think she'd ever forgive me if I spat in her face in public.
Really? Would that make a difference?
I honestly, if she spat in my face, I'd think she's going mad. I'd be like, you actually spit.
Do you know what? This is a thing with you
what?
And Charlotte, yeah? You've got a real thing about people going mad. Like, you really do. Like, oh, are they going... I've heard you say it about 7 different people. Are they going mad?
Who though?
I think just...
All right, but do I know them?
Do you know the people?
Have they gone mad? Have the people ever gone mad or shown signs of going mad?
No, I just heard you think like this person going crazy. Like, it's a real thing. I've never really thought about people going crazy.
No. I've said it about you because I've thought, you know, your mum is a bit like she can have mental health and that. So I'm like, okay, can Luke get it then? So I'm a bit like worried. Okay, she's passed it on genetically.
My mum isn't genetic though.
You explained that after we'd made our predictions, so you can't throw that on me. I'd made my predictions before, and when you explained that, all right, sir.
That's new information.
You new information.
Okay.
I take it back.
No. But it's hard to unpredict what you predicted. It still sits in the back of the head.
No, I still tried to argue it, though. I was like, are you sure there's no way it can be handed down?
Yeah.
You were like, no, because it happened after.
It's trauma. It's
a trauma brain injury.
Yeah.
Because your mum was hit by a car head on.
You always have to add something on. No one said head on.
No
one head on collision.
She was hit in the head. So, but I thought, is there still a way it could be passed down?
Do you know what? My she could have got a huge payout, compensation payout, yeah?
But she lost all knowledge to do something like that, to claim it. Is that what happened?
For one, she was a child when it happened.
All right, so the parents.
It was my granddad, I think he accepted some low... Do you know what I realised, yeah? The head of your family can only go as far as the head of the family. And if you've got a fucking idiot that's
the head of the family,
it's like it stunts all. Even if you've got a smart woman who stands behind, he can't go no further. Like my granddad had a massive house, a massive, like, I think 7 or 9 bedroom house in London, yeah, and then he sold it to go back to Jamaica to show off and be like, yeah, make it, yeah. My gran left my gran, and my gran bought a home on herself, the nurse's wage, and then he came back, had to live in a council place in Peckham, and then got back with my nan. Yeah, got back with my nan.
So he broke up with her to go and show off to some other Jamaican woman. Is that what happened? Did he? Like, I go to Jamaica, show off to some women.
Probably.
Oh, they don't love me anymore. I'll go back.
And then ended up back with my nan, who'd done the right thing. Yeah. Yeah. And this is what he said to me, and I'll never forget this. Because I looked at him like, yeah, calm down, man. He's like, after my nan passed and he owned the house now, because they stayed married. He was like, me never die poor. And I'm like, yeah, but it's by chance, buddy. That's because you're a woman. That was because of your woman, not because of you.
Did you say that to him though?
No.
No, you kept it to yourself.
Yeah.
But you should have said it to say, I'm the new man of the family now. Because you were silly back then.
Yeah, but he's one of them people, like, my granddad held grudges. Like, me and my cousin was his favourites, yeah?
Yeah.
But as we grew up, me and my cousin went on holiday one time, yeah?
And he got annoyed because you went on holiday.
He got annoyed, yeah? And you know what
the
reason
jealous.
was? No, you know what the reason was? He said, they never brought me back any souvenirs.
Why, like,
and my cousin,
fridge magnets.
But my cousin was
Where
like,
are my fridge magnets?
My cousin said it. He made me laugh. He's like, yeah. They never bring back a piece of candy.
A piece of candy.
A piece of candy. They never bring back a piece of candy. And he held it against us. I remember we went there when he was handing out money in the family. Me and my cousin went there. Me and my cousin went there for a loan to sell some cars. We was young. So we wanted to sell some cars.
Yeah.
Sell some cars.
Yeah.
We went there. Yeah. Can we get 20 grand?
What? You asked for 20 grand?
He's like, I'll give you 5.
So he did give you 5 grand, though?
He did. It went about.
I'm going to be honest. If my grandson in the future comes to me and asks for money, I'm going to say no.
Really? Why?
Because I'm like, no, I had to earn it. Like, come on. Like, what are you doing with the 20 grand?
No, I look at.
Tell me what you're doing with the money. Let me see the plan. Let me see the plan.
We're buying and selling cars.
Okay. I'll give you 20. You give me 5%, 10%.
Why do you want to make money? You're going to your grave.
It teaches you the lessons of life. Get money, give money back. Earn money, give me a cut.
You know what I realised? You want everybody to earn. It is a good principle.
It is a very good principle.
No, you want people to suffer.
No, you want to hand stuff out to people. And I'm a bit like, come on.
All right, let's go back to the dilemma. So what do you think about the guy spitting in each other? Is he in the wrong for spitting back?
For spitting back?
Yeah.
If a woman spits in your face, you've been publicly humiliated. Now, physical violence, I disagree with. I think a threat of physical violence. You want some of this? No, you get some of this.
No, you faint.
Faint with a slap. Faint.
So she does a block. She does a block. She does this. Yes.
When the hand comes
through the guard.
Yeah. So you need to spit back. In my opinion, But
I think it's valid.
I think a spit back is valid, but also it depends how many people are around. Because if it's just men around, I'll be like, "Did you see that? Did you see what she just did to me?" You have to say, because then they're gonna judge. I said, "Can I just clarify? Everyone's seen that she's done it to me. The retaliation is coming."
I blow my blow. I blow my blow. Everybody see? She spat at me. Okay. No, you exhibit A.
Because I know what will happen.
Yeah.
I'll spit back, and the man's going, "Hey, why are you spitting on that woman?" And he'll come and hit me.
Yeah. How could she spit? How could she spit?
How could you spit? How could you spit?
Yeah, because that's another thing like that thing where the woman hits and then he hits back and then they jump on the man. I hate men that do that.
Yeah, but they're trying to do it because they're thinking, "Oh, maybe she'll get with me."
Yeah.
But you don't want a woman that spits, mate. You don't want to get with a woman that
put a
spits.
spit mask on her.
Yeah, or like, well, you do want a woman that spits, but in
Right.
certain times.
In the bedroom.
Yeah, or might possibly be outside of the bedroom, which is even more kinky. But not
You
with
don't
her.
want to know it's coming either.
No.
You don't want to, that's even more thing. She's just riding it. She's like, you like
Yeah.
that?
There is nothing kinkier than a random bit of spit hitting you in the face during sex. There is nothing kinkier.
That is, it is.
And like hold me up as well. Hold me up against the wall. And then jump on me.
Okay, are your feet dangling? I mean, someone hold it. If a woman could do that, I'd be like, I want to see. How have you got this strength?
What? No, yeah.
A bit of this.
Oh, I'd love that.
Would you?
Yeah, from a woman.
Would you?
And then she'll go like that and show me one of her feet, and it's like,
Is they like crumbs?
You like crumbs?
Oh. Yeah, man. I think it's totally okay to spit back if someone spat at you.
Yeah, if someone spat at you. But the problem is, as long as there's no hepatitis C, anything like that, then we're all good. But as soon as you start bringing illnesses and diseases into it, don't go spitting. Don't use spit. Then let's sort this out amicably.
Well, but it's just your girlfriend. If she's got hepatitis C, you got hepatitis C already.
All right, if it's my girlfriend, then obviously
If a man spat in your face randomly in the street,
I'd spit back straight away. I'd spit back, and then I'd see his next move. What are you gonna do? Because you will get a punch if you throw that. You want to throw a punch? We'll throw a punch. But if you're gonna spit,
I saw this video. Yeah, of these guys chained in the prison. They're in prison, yeah?
Chained, yeah.
Like chained to the table, so they're in a row, yeah? And then one looking back, hey, what are you doing? They're arguing. And he spits.
no, and then he threw.
He goes like this.
Oh my god!
I would be so pissed off at that. Because it's
You can't do anything.
You're chained.
Was he chained up? Is that why he didn't retaliate?
They're both chained to their seats.
Yeah, I'll throw it back as well. You don't want mine.
Yeah, but yours would be.
Everyone, it goes over everyone. Be someone on the other side of the thing, like.
Is that shit? You're like this. You're like this. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, everyone. It was just for him. But I had spaghetti.
I had a
My body doesn't deal well with carbs.
Oh, I had salt beef earlier. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Salt beef and gherkin.
Oh, no, but yeah. I couldn't take someone just spitting him, and I don't know. I feel like I'm at my worst in public. I was talking about this with my son. What was it?
No, you act the same in public, man.
No, I tell you this. I'm at my worst.
You pointed out a guy scratching his balls that worked in the shop today.
Did you hear that?
There was a guy scratching his balls, and Luke goes up to him and he's like, "Hey mate, what are you looking for down there?"
No, do you know what? I am myself. Like, I walk into the shop,
like, it's so embarrassing. The guy, it's like, scratching his nuts.
We walked into a hair shop, yeah, and then the guy, I was like, "Where's your spray bottles?" And he was like, "At the back, yeah." And the guy's, "Oh, you on spray bottles?" And as I'm walking down the aisle, he's like this. And he's like, puts his hand in. I'm like, "Hey, what are you scratching? What's down there for you?" And he's like,
Yeah, he laughed it off.
Yeah.
But you're being disgusting, mate.
Yeah, so
stop scratching your balls.
So I called it out.
Yeah, I know. But what is he going to do with that hand now?
Yeah.
Go and wash it.
Yeah. But
Putting it on the combs.
But I mean,
in the shop.
I mean, I'm at my worst if I'm humiliated in public.
Because that's what I mean. That is why that reaction, if a woman spits on me and everyone's looking, I'd feel, oh God, I have to do something because everyone's looking like, are you going to do something?
Yeah.
Are you going to make a move?
Yeah.
Are you going to let her do that?
Yeah.
Or if it was a load of women and a woman spits on me and there's a load of women and maybe one of them happens to be good looking, I'd look at her and then go, oh, that's like a shame. She shouldn't have done that. And I'd probably do nothing to show her, oh, I'm a good person.
Gee, you're such a fake. Do you know that?
Why? What do you mean?
You're so fake.
Why would you? on with my day.
Do you know what? Do you remember the film Romeo Must Die?
Yes.
There's a scene where he goes to fight these two bikers and they take off their helmets and they're women.
Women.
And he uses her like Aaliyah as the person to fight. Like he doesn't hit them.
Yeah,
he uses her to fight.
He's the woman. Yeah.
He uses her to thingy. It's
her
like,
arms to fight.
Yeah.
But like, which is set. That's a bit. But that was like 20 years ago. That film, 30 years ago.
It went 30 years ago.
Romeo Must Die.
No, it was like I was in school.
That's 30 years.
No, I was in secondary school. Must be secondary school.
It was 20 years since we left school.
Yeah, it's about 20 years ago. 20 something years ago.
20 odd years ago. But in my opinion, I'm not going to use a woman to fight. I'm going to throw her arms down and I'm going to fight myself.
Yeah,
if I'm willing to hit them.
It's a point they're trying to make.
That's
isn't
the
it?
point. Yeah.
And it's like this chivalry. I'm going to whoop her ass with another woman. I'm like, I ain't got time for this. You're trying to kill me.
That's patronising to the woman you're using.
What
am I? Some sort of puppet? Yeah, that's what you're patronising.
But he's trying to show that it's that simp. Like I've never hit a woman. I'm like, these women are trying to kill me. I'm gonna wipe the floor with them.
But that also shows, I'll never hit a woman, but I'll hit a woman with a woman. Like that's even worse, I think.
Why?
I'm gonna use a woman to hit a woman. I'm gonna like
use her as a weapon.
Stoop to their level.
What? I'm gonna use a woman to hit a woman.
I'm gonna use a woman to hit the woman.
Yeah, but he's saying I wouldn't hit a woman.
Yeah, but I know. But you
basically are.
But
it's like I'm not. I'm not gonna hit you, but I'm gonna use this bat.
But it's worse, I think, because you're like, I'll use a woman to hit the woman. Like
she's using her as a tool.
No, he's saying, I know you're not strong enough, so I'll do it for you, but you'll do it basically. So it's like,
I'll show you. I'll
show you how to do it. Basically,
yeah.
I'll do it.
This is how you beat a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just pick the woman up and throw them at the woman.
No, you're taking the piss.
That's what the best way to fight women. Pick a woman up and throw them at the woman.
You think this is Home Alone? Where you know the thing where he goes down the stairs?
Yeah.
Me.
It's like the cartoons where they roll something and it takes them all out.
Do you know what I watched the other day? For the first time I haven't watched in ages.
What?
Rocco's Modern Life. Do you remember that show? Rocco's Modern Life.
Okay, let me see a photo. Because I think I've seen it. Yes, that made by the same people from Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, was it?
Well, it looks like it. Same style. Yeah. Ren and Stimpy was a dirty con.
No, yeah. And this one, I think the woman's a frog next door and she fancies Rocco. And I think there's that scene where she puts her leg like this. and you can see the vagina.
No. What?
You can see through the leg. They framed it like with a hairy leg. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. It might be my memory because I didn't watch this the other day.
Like it's a hairy leg.
Yeah.
The woman has a hairy leg.
Yeah. Because he's showing that she's not a nice woman, but she's trying to like seduce him. Hold on.
Hairy legs on a woman really turns me off. No offense, women. It does turn me off because it reminds me of a man. So that's just.
I can't find it. Yeah. No, I don't.
I've seen it on women, and I'm like, that. It's disgusting. Personally, I find it disgusting.
That's the only thing I don't like. Hairy legs.
Hairy. I don't mind a bit of bristles, as in, oh, she's so dirty at the minute that she's not had time to shave. I'm like, oh, that's kind of kinky.
What, the legs?
Yeah, just a couple 2 days growth maybe. Like, but not the dark hairs. Only if they're blonde hairs. If it's dark hairs, I can't have any of that.
Yeah, I don't like hairs. I don't mind a hairy
what?
Vagina.
Like just naturally hairy.
As in opposed to what hair?
Like trimmed hairy. I don't mind trimmed hairy, but naturally hairy I don't like.
No, I don't mind naturally hairy.
I like the The uneven growth.
Well, yeah, just naturally hairy. Naturally hairy. I don't mind that.
Like your hair.
Oh,
Like your hair.
you've never seen my pubic hair?
No,
Pete.
not your pubic hair, but like kind of like messy.
My hair's messy.
Not messy, but like uneven.
Yeah,
I don't like that. I'm sorry.
really.
Yeah, because I have to dig around to find where I'm going. I don't like that. Maybe because I'm used to my mum walking around when she was younger and sometimes had a bit of muff out. Like,
Oh yeah, we talked about.
yeah, I think I'm.
Bush.
Yeah,
you've been
I
scorned.
think from that I'm like, nah, it reminds me of my mum a bit, so I don't want that.
All right. Let me. I got another one here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke and Pete, loving the pod. Keep up the good work. Here's the dilemma. I've got my own takeaway restaurant and I employed my mum to be the chef. And I also gave my friend a job. To cut a long story short, they have started banging and they are happy together. But I can't help feeling disrespected. Who's in the wrong? Thoughts, please.
Yeah, I can't.
Anonymously.
Sorry. Like, and it's my restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as any of that funny business starts, stop. Get back behind the stove. Stop laughing and joking. This is work time.
Yeah. But what if they are working together?
What do you mean?
But there's nothing going on in work time. But afterwards, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back to your mum's house."
Why would you tell me that? I don't want to hear that.
No, but he's been honest.
No, I know, but stop talking about that. Why would you even tell me that? I'd be like,
Okay, so what if you go around his house and you see him come down?
that's worse.
Exactly.
If you catch them.
Exactly.
No, but if he tells me, I'm like, but you're acting like this is all right. Like, technically, you're my stepdad.
Oh, Pete, that'd be
Technically,
Pete,
that person's my stepdad.
I would love to be in that position with you.
Yeah, I bet you would.
I'd be like, shut up.
You'd be the evil stepdad.
No, I wouldn't be evil to you.
Well, you would be evil.
I'll take you out and do stuff with you.
No, you're never going to replace my dad. Don't try it. You're never going to replace my real dad.
Do you know what? I can imagine Pete when people say stuff to him, yeah? He'd be like, you're prejudiced, you're racist. My dad's black! My dad's black! What are you talking about?
Yeah, my dad's black. And my mum's fucking...
And I'm technically 6 months older than him, but he's still my dad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that could be possible, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
What?
Your stepdad could be younger than you.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's embarrassing as well. Shut up, stepdad. You're younger than me.
Yeah.
You don't have any authority over someone who's younger than you. That I have the authority. I wouldn't be told off by a younger person.
Do you think you could be told? Do you have enough respect like that?
Young people have tried to tell me off before, but I'm just like, I can't take this seriously. But they have told me off, and I'm like, oh god, they told me off.
What kind of things?
Like I was at National Youth Theatre, and one of the staff members was younger than me. He was like, "What are you doing, mate? You're acting like the world's against you." And his name was like Julian or something. No, what was his name? But he was a complete bell end.
Really?
And I remember thinking, mate, shut up. I went out and got drunk. Get over yourself.
But
you're 16.
And how old is you?
I was 18. I remember thinking, who the fuck are you? And I left.
Wasn't you older than that? I thought you was a bit older than that.
Yeah, I was like, well, what age was I? I was about 25 or something.
You was at the National Youth Theatre with 16-year-olds and you was 25.
There was 18-year-olds there as well. So
And the 16-year-olds.
They
shouldn't allow that.
Why not? It's National Youth Theatre is a bit like, oh, we're all young.
No, but you're 25.
Yeah, but I acted younger.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I was probably the most immature there.
I can imagine.
I remember leaving because I got drunk and that guy told me off, and I was like, "Fuck off, man! You little child, telling me off with your little." But he was tall. You may be taller than me, but you're younger than me, bruv.
My kids try and catch me out all the time. All the time.
Yeah, but that's because you. But if I did that, I'd understand him having a go at me because you'd be like, don't drink, and then I go out and get drunk. Then okay, yeah, you've got something to say. But then when you're coming at me like a 16-year-old and you're not even legal enough to drink, and you're telling me not to drink, I'm like, you don't even know the effects of drink.
Yeah.
You've never drunk before, mate. You're 16.
Yeah.
Yes, go and tell someone else off.
Oh, sorry.
You little bell end.
To go back to the last dilemma, yeah, where the woman spat in his face, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you see that Macron with his wife?
And he's trying to play it off like it was a joke now.
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing, but it was like, because she didn't realise the plane door had opened.
Yeah, and
she was like, well, no one's on camera. Get out of the way. And then he came into shot and was like, saw the cameras and waved.
He must be like he done it to like.
No, yeah, he could, and then walked back to her because he obviously went, cameras are on.
Yeah, you stupid.
Yeah, fucking scene now.
Yeah.
And then he walked out pacing, like thinking, like, oh, what am I going to say?
This is why I can't live a lie in public.
But she's 20 years older than him.
Yeah, but I can't live a lie because you're gonna be found out, man.
I think she might have dementia. Because why are you acting so aggressively?
She might be aggressive all the time.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. She's beating him up, Ethan. Like, it could be like she's just beating him up. Because that was a push.
In the face.
In the face. And it wasn't playful. Like, they're trying to play it off like it was playful.
It could have been.
Charlotte has never pushed me in the face.
Yeah, but you can't base everyone's relationship on yours and Charlotte's.
Well, I'm trying to get into the mindset of who would I accept a push from. In the face. I wouldn't accept a push in the face.
If Charlotte pushed you in the face, what would you do?
I'd push her back in the face. Don't push me in the face.
If Charlotte...
Yeah.
That wasn't...
That's what I'd do.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'd do. If she pushed me in the face, I'll push her back in the face. Don't push me in the face.
I don't think you would, Pete. If she's messing around with you, she pushed you in the face, you wouldn't just be like...
I'd say, why'd you push me in the face?
If she's messing around.
I'd be, yeah, all right. Even if you're messing around, like, okay, that's a bit too much. You pushed me in the face.
You think that's too much?
Pushing me in the face?
Yeah.
You hit my teeth as well. Yeah, you hit my teeth. Don't push. Don't push in the face.
No, I don't...
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if she pushed me here, but she's not really a pusher.
Sounds like a drug person. A pusher. A drug pusher. What do you mean she's not a pusher?
She's not a pusher.
What do you and Charlotte... How do you and Charlotte, like, have fun? Do you play fight ever? Have you ever played fight?
I'll tickle her.
Yeah?
Like, I'll literally tickle her, yeah. So I'll pin her down, and... Because I can overpower her. So if she winds me up, I'll pin her down and tickle the shit out of her.
Really?
And she cannot take that. That's when she's like, no, please stop. Help! Help!
Really? Really? The neighbours, what's going on out there?
I'm like, I'm tickling her. She's like, help!
Really?
She's like, no, please. I promise I won't wind you up.
Really?
'Cause she might try and do something to wind me up. And I'd be like, you want to play this game? You want to play this game? I'll tickle you.
Yeah, really?
And she'll be like, and she'll keep going. And then I'll pin her down to the point where she's incapacitated. And I'll tickle her everywhere. And she cannot take that. And that's when she'll scream for help. And that's when I'll stop because I'll be like...
my mum used to do that to me when I was a kid.
Did she?
Yeah. And there was one time she used to pin me down and tickle me, and her hair was hanging, and I ripped it. I was a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't take it.
You wanted her to get it off?
I couldn't take it. I ripped it. She's always
I'll do it with Owen. Like, I'll tickle him, and then I'll hold him over the... Like, I'm going to drop you. Over the...
banister.
No, maybe don't say that on the camera. But, like, I'm going to drop you.
Really?
Over the banister a bit.
But you're messing around. It's all right.
I'm messing around with him.
You know Russell Brand, which is quite ironic actually. He said, I remember seeing him years ago, that he was like, tickling is child abuse.
What?
That's what he said. Tickling is child abuse.
Why? How?
Because he's like, it shouldn't be done because a child can't take it or something like that. You shouldn't tickle a child. He considered it child abuse, which is quite ironic considering
the allegations. Yes, Russell.
I don't think you're anybody to talk about consent or tickling.
I know. You're talking about when he went up on stage and talked about forced blowjobs. Yeah? Didn't he?
Did he say forced blowjobs?
He said, yeah, forced.
No. He didn't say forced. No, see, you're getting liable.
What did he say?
He said, I worried.
He said, I worried. I worried. That is worse.
Which is the consensual situation is not. I don't see a problem with eye watering.
What do you mean?
Eye watering blowjobs. I think that's a good old job. Well done.
Hold on. In what context is she upset?
No.
Because I'm not having that.
No one said crying.
Yeah, but eye watering.
You're you're going at
it. I've never been in that position myself. Can I just say? So there's no eye watering with me if you want it.
Barely gets past the teeth.
I know we jest, but it's not that small.
But yeah, what was the dialogue? Yeah, the mum in the shop with the takeaway.
Oh yeah, but that's bad, man.
How would I feel if someone was back?
What if it was me and your mum? Because your mum's quite flirty with me. Your mum flirts with me, man. Like in a nice way.
No, my mum winds me up, yeah.
But she'll do it when you're not there.
No, she's...
No, but not like when you... She'll be nice.
Pete, don't play with me.
No, no.
I'll see your mum. I'll be like, how you doing, Jay? Your dad will be like, what the Luke? What the Luke? Don't around with me. I see you and I'll raise you. I'll raise you. I'll be like, I'm Warren.
No, but Luke, what I'm saying is your mum, but your mum's nice to me. You can't deny that me and your mum get on well.
Okay, this is what my mum does. My mum will come along and she'll say something dirty to Pete, yeah? and then I'll be like, Mum, she'll be like, oh, so jealous. You're so jealous of me. You want me all to yourself. I'm like, yeah, calm down with all of that.
But there is something.
She's always done that.
To everyone.
So I have friends of mine. She's always done that.
Oh, it's not just me.
What? No, it's not just you. No, it's not just you.
Oh, really?
I had another friend. You're like, your mum's next time you see her, she's like, off Denise.
Off Denise.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was just like she was just really nice to me.
No, I used to have a friend called Chris when I was younger, and then he.
Well, how young were you?
In my teens.
She did it to a teenager.
Yeah, she messes around.
Oh right, yeah.
And then like she'll literally do this. Give him a kiss on the cheek and then look at me. Oh, I'm jealous, are we?
Oh, I've never got a kiss off your mum. But I'm an adult. You'd expect it off an adult.
What do you mean?
Like, to kiss a teenager is a bit like, oh.
To kiss a teenager on the cheek. Don't try to think my mum's a pedo. No, you want to play that game?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something.
Yeah, go on. Go on, what are you thinking of?
No, I wasn't thinking. I was trying to think of something to say.
Oh, no, I thought you were going, yeah.
No.
Remember what I said yesterday?
I was going to be like, your dad's bulimic.
Yeah. That was funny. People commented on that.
Yeah. No.
And they said that one of the other comments on that video was, oh, the AB
reference.
No one's going to get it. Went over their head. That's so funny. I love them little Easter eggs we give them.
Yeah. You like to make a lot of jokes people don't get in the moment. In the moment. Pete would go and Pete went on the podcast and they was like, do you send dick pics? Pete was like, no, I don't send dick pics. They'll be like, sending a baby. They'll be like, who sent this baby's dick? You can say, they were like, what? Pete don't give a shit, mate.
Nah, you can't, man.
But yeah.
We don't live long enough.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so, all right, how would I feel? Okay.
Can I just ask, how would you feel if it was me and your mum and we started a relationship? And I'm staying in a room.
No, do you know what? What?
You'd be fucking
no.
pissed off, man.
Do you know what?
Especially if you can hear the.
No.
Quickly, Denise, run over to the next position.
No, I can hear you. You like that? Swallow it. And I'll be like this. Pete, man, cut it out, man. Shut up. Go back downstairs and finish editing.
Sorry, son.
And I know you. You go on other people's podcasts and you'd say it and to get my reaction. They'll be like, yeah, so you dating anybody? I'm shagging his mum. Smell my finger. smell my finger.
Oh,
you like,
I give a shit, man.
Yes.
Smell this. Rock and roll, baby. Choose your weapons.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with that because I know you'd fucking wind me up.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You like when I've been teasing Pete about having mental health. I know you'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna take it out on your mum. Your mum always said about mental health.
We'll give each other therapy together. Go to therapy.
You walk around in the dressing. You come around in the dressing gown, open it up.
Oh yeah, I'd just walk around like. Yeah, I would. I'd walk around like I owned the place technically.
Yeah, you would.
Because if you're in a relationship with that person, why not?
Yeah.
I'd be like, come on, I'm taking the family out. I've got grandkids.
Yeah. Come on, Granddad Pete. And I'll give my mum, you'd be like, shut up. You'd be like, don't talk to your mum like that, Luke. And I'd be like, who are you talking to, Pete?
Oh, that's my partner now.
Yeah.
Now get in the bedroom, Denise.
Well, no. You'd be like this. No, Denise, you're in the wrong. Don't worry, look, I'll punish her for you. I'll teach her. Oh. No, I couldn't have you do it because you would wind me up.
No. But that's your problem. You couldn't have me doing that because you'd know I've got one up on you. Like that's, I think your issue is that you'd be like, he's got one up on me. You'd be like, I'm gonna have to go and bang his sister now.
No, because you would wind me up with it. I know you would.
Yeah, I know I would, but for a laugh. No, you're my son.
Yeah, but I couldn't have that. I couldn't have that.
He's getting annoyed.
Indian stepdad.
Indian stepdad.
Indian stepdad. I mean, like, I'll be like, my other friends would come round and you'd be like, hey, what's going on, boys? They're like, oh, this Pete, my mate. I'm not your mate, I'm your stepdad. Treat me with some respect. Hey, boy, you want to go to the pub, boys? There's some money on me. There's some money on me. I'd be like, I couldn't do it.
I'd have to give you the chat. I'm not trying to be your real dad.
Oh, fuck, Pete, I couldn't do it. You'd be winding. And whenever we have a serious argument, like, or a group chat, or a group call, you can always mention, like, if I was somewhere else, and you'd be like, yeah, 1 second, your mum's in the background, Luke, 1 second. I'll be there in a minute, Denise. So, yeah, come on, hurry up, boys. I've got something to do.
That's jokes, man.
Yeah, you me. No, I couldn't. I do think it's disrespectful if a man bangs your mum, your friend bangs your mum without at least not talking, having a conversation.
I wouldn't want a conversation about it.
No, you'd
how do you have that conversation with someone?
You'd be like,
you alright with me banging your mum?
No, I'm attracted to your mum.
No, but come on, you'd have to stay with her forever as well. Because what about if you broke up with her? She wasn't right for me. You know what I mean? And then you'd have to go around there and be awkward.
We weren't sexually compatible.
Yeah.
I know people say things like this. Yeah, I go straight for the ass.
Can you imagine? I was like, it was too loose.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
No, I couldn't.
Oh my God.
No, I do think. But this is another thing I think about. Yeah, I think about people who get lonely as they get older.
Yeah, I do think about that. But then, I'd still not care about my mum's loneliness.
Wouldn't you?
Over her banging my mate.
You'd rather her be lonely?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mum. Be lonely. Than Luke getting one up over me.
I'm honest. If it could be taken seriously,
you couldn't though.
No,
because I would have a laugh about it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're
like, okay, I'll be all right with this, but as long as you take it seriously, and I'd be like, okay, bend over, Denise.
Yeah. No, I know what you do. You're like, no worries. Just show the episode. Are you like this?
What was I thinking of?
Yeah.
What was I
thinking of? I'm looking at you like this. Yeah. Why are you smelling your fingers, Pete? Oh, sorry, it's a habit. The scent of a woman. No, I couldn't.
Jesus Christ,
it is too disrespectful, man. It is disrespectful. All right, I got another one here.
Woo!
This one's a bit of a serious one, yeah.
I'll read this one out.
All right, go on then. Hold on a second.
Jesus Christ, man. That's hilarious, bruv.
All right.
Can you explain ghosting from a male perspective? I love the pod so much and I thought I could do with some male perspective on my situation. My partner randomly left me one day, took all his stuff and hasn't spoke to me in 3 weeks. He isn't even opening my messages, let alone replying or picking up my phone calls. I've had zero communication with him. I don't know why he left, why he won't talk to me, or what happened. I am also 12 weeks pregnant. This was a planned pregnancy. He wanted kids. I wasn't so sure, but came off the pill for him. Can you please give a male perspective on what could have happened, please, as I'm driving myself mad? This is genuinely the hardest thing I've ever gone through, and listening to you guys cheers me up, even if it's for an hour. I feel like that one's a subtle dig at the end. Like, 2 longer episodes, please. I'm going for a hard time. Keep me honest, please. Thank you.
All right. I'll tell you. I'll be honest with me. Yeah. When I've found out my kid's mum was, I've never taken it well. No, I'll be like, the middle one is the only one I took half well, but the other two I didn't take very well.
But it's always that first one that you're like, because I wanted 5 kids, and then I had 1 kid. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty much done now. Yeah. It's so tiring. So I can imagine that anyone on top of that is going to be hard.
How do you feel about being a dad now that you've experienced it?
Oh, sometimes I'm like, oh. Sometimes I do regret, like, oh, I don't regret it.
No, you don't. No, I know what you mean.
I don't regret it.
You don't regret being a dad. But you mourn,
no.
You mourn your past freedoms.
That's it.
You mourn your past freedoms.
It's like the death of something that used to be.
Yeah.
But there's something new, which is great because there's something new.
Yeah, you can't imagine your life without them now.
No, I couldn't be like, okay, I'll go back to that because I wouldn't. But what I do is I regret. I'm like, I should have maybe, did I do it at the wrong time? Or is this the right time? Or should I have waited? But then if I'd waited, it would be another little sperm. So it wouldn't be him.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's perfect. And I love him. I think he's amazing. And there's little things he does every day. And even yesterday when we were all arguing on the phone, having a little, business chat about the podcast and stuff, he was like, Dada, like he was worried. But I'm like, no, it's okay. We're just talking. We're trying to work out what we're doing. Like, but you have to explain. And he could, and like when we were all talking over each other and stuff, he's gone.
Like, but this is what I notice with you, Pete, is that you personify things that maybe don't like you like he's like and he's like he ain't nothing to fucking do with it.
No, it definitely was because he was gonna go to bed. And then I got on the phone and then he was like, no, Ada. And he's pointing to go back in the room to see what we're talking about. So little things like that, like, I wouldn't have had to deal with that before. I would have had to just have the conversation and it would have been cool. But now it's like, oh, you got to be careful because he knows, like, oh, he's like, what's going on with Dad? But I'm all right. Obviously, it's just a conversation, but it's different to how I communicate with him.
You know what's so funny,
Yeah.
My son also heard...
Oh, did he?
Us arguing. Yeah.
Did he? Was he worried?
No, he heard me because there's a point when me and Pete started arguing, and then I was like, "I'll burn this thing to the ground."
And then everyone was like, "Oh, we were making progress," and everyone was like, "Oh, for
everyone was like, yeah." I was like, "I'll burn this." And my son came down. He's like, "You all right?" He's like, "This serious?" He's like, "Because you said that." Then 30 seconds later, everyone was laughing. And I'm like, "That's just me and Pete." You'll say something.
It is funny.
I was angry at the time. I was like, "I'll burn it to the ground." And then everyone's like, "Oh," and then we start laughing at something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And so, but you got to have these conversations in life.
Yeah.
The best of friends will always. It's like
you can be yourself.
Our staff, who are.
You always like to call rank, man.
Well, no, our staff members who work for us now.
No, we work with them.
All right, we work as a team.
Yes,
they are getting paid by us.
Of course,
unfortunately, the money's coming out of my pocket, and I don't get anything.
And the patrons like, you work for us.
Yeah, which is why we're doing this to try and make the episodes better for you lot.
Yeah,
but basically, they were.
Do you know what? The woman who's going through heartaches, like, what the fuck?
Give me my dilemma.
My partner's left. Go on.
Yeah. So, but this is what we're talking about, like, but they're basically saying, oh, wow, sometimes you guys are like a married couple. But I think you do have to be when you do a podcast.
I find that so offensive when they say that.
What? No, I don't mind.
No, I feel like they're trying to wind me up.
But you take that like it's a dig.
Yeah.
But I take that like, no, I understand that because we've spent 500 hours talking together.
Is it really that long?
Yeah, that's probably longer than a lot of relationships. When you consider you talk for that long, non-stop, yeah? That's, I've seen couples, me and Charlotte go out for lunch, I'll see couples beside us just on their phones for an hour and a half.
No,
they're on their phone, man.
This is really a bad thing. People are just scrolling now.
When
they go on a train, whenever you go out, I think there's going to be a huge problem with the screen usage.
Why?
Because people are just doing it too much, man.
Yeah, and it does get, like, Charlotte had a go at me after we had our call because she was telling me about her day, but then also we'd done a social media post, so I was seeing how the response had done while talking to her.
Oh, that's the worst.
And then she went, "Oh, right, I'll just go and do your dinner then." And
no, something. And
I'm like, you can't go and do something with me while you're having a go at me. She's like, "I'll go and do your dinner then, and you can scroll and figure out your messages." And I'm like, No, I'll put the phone down.
Why can't they go and do something when you think?
Because it made me feel even more guilty because you're going to like basically cook for me while I've put you in a mood. And
Oh, do you remember when we was in
like-
the chicken shop the other day?
Oh God.
We were sorry. Don't worry. We'll get to your dilemma.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
You'll be.
We're cheering you up anyway.
Yeah.
We're cheering you up. Don't worry about it.
Consider it one hand washing the other.
Yeah. So we went to the chicken shop the other day.
Yeah.
And we had to go and pick up Owen afterwards. Pizza.
So we're on a time limit here.
So we asked her, how long will it take to get ready? Because we're getting grilled chicken, not the fried
we
chicken.
only had 20 minutes available.
Yeah. So she was like, it would be 10 to 12 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
After about 15, 20 minutes, I've gone to the counter and I'm like, she's at the back of the shop. I'm like, excuse me.
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
That's what
and then she's like, yes, what? What, Indian woman? What?
No, you said, how long's it gonna be? Because you said 10 to 12 minutes. I bloody told you the time.
Yeah, I told you 15 minutes. And
No, she didn't say 15 minutes though. She lied in that response.
Yeah, she didn't say 15 minutes. So and then
But she said 15 minutes.
1 second. Pete isn't saying anything.
No, I'm watching.
Pete hasn't said a peep yet. He's watching me argue with this woman.
I don't want her to spit my food.
1 second. And then a black woman, what did the black woman say?
Guys.
And then Pete's like, no. When it's the black people, Pete gets, hey,
No, because I was like, stay out of this.
Yeah.
Don't try getting involved because you didn't see what happened before.
Pete was like, that's stupid. Trying to get involved. the Indian woman didn't say nothing, and then she came. The woman came, was like, yeah, really with a lot of.
What do you want your drink?
Yeah, what drink do you want? What drink you want? And I'm like, I had to call her out. Hey, calm down. Wait, what's all this attitude?
She was really angry.
She was really angry.
But why was she so angry?
Do you know what happens? Yeah, I've seen this. My kids say this about their mum. Yeah. They'll call their mum. Their mum can't hear them. Then they will shout, and their mum will go crazy because it's like, don't shout. But it's like, you can't hear me at the level I'm saying it. And then I shout because you can't hear me. And it's like they go crazy because you shout, and because it startles them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
she went 0 to 100.
Yeah, she's like, what drink you want?
No, she
like,
was a bit. The way
everyone in the shop was laughing.
Everyone in the shop was laughing because she was being childish.
Yeah, because I had to stop her. She went to the fridge. What drink you want? I said, hey, what's all this attitude?
She was really angry though.
She said, no, you speak to me like that. I said, hey. You told me a time. It wasn't that time. You've got to go somewhere to pick up a child. She's like, yeah. What drink you want? I was like, yeah. And I was like, should we get a pizza? We can't go back there ever again.
No. I like that shop. I actually like that chicken. And now we can't go back there because you've had an argument with her.
Why can't we go back there?
Because she was being childish. And it's awkward to go back.
No, I don't.
No, they're going to pick their ass and put it in our food, man. I'm telling you, she's going to do that. Like, I'd do that. I'd be like,
Pete.
They're going to touch bits and put it in there.
If somebody put their change in your hand too hard and you're having a bad day, you would see that as an offensive thing they've done. Why the fuck you put your change in my hand? Like, why you do that?
That's what I wouldn't have been surprised if she went, yeah, there's a change.
Yeah,
because she was so angry.
Yeah,
She'd worked herself up from 0 to 100, and I thought, do you know what? Like, when you're in that position, you clearly have no communication skills because you've gone to that level immediately. And then that lady who butted in was like, no, don't bother with this.
What did she say?
She said to me, guys, come on. And I said, no, she's lying. The woman's just got angry and she's lying. So
what did she say to that?
So stay out of it because you didn't see what happened. And she went, okay.
He was like, go back to Africa. You have to watch the Patreon episode to get that reference.
No.
Go back to Africa.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that, but I was a bit like, no, come on, let I'm not going to get involved and take your side over her side. I'll let you two fight it out.
1 second, let me just get this right.
Yeah.
You're not going to take my side over her side?
Because you can handle yourself in a conversation.
I don't care. You fucking take my side.
No.
You're always one who goes on about, have my back. Have my back.
No, I know. But if I'd gone, hey, you did say that.
Yeah.
Then it's just like, it's too antagonistic.
So if
I stand there and I just
when you showed
I'm completely comfortable with you handling that conversation.
When you showed the Indian woman the app, and she said $29.99, and then you was like, no, the app says $22.99. She said, that's what I said. And then you that, and then Charlotte was like,
I do think
when she walked away, Charlotte was like, yeah, she did say $29. He was like, you didn't say nothing then.
No.
Yeah.
No, but she probably thought it was different. You were handling the conversation. Like, I could see you were handling the conversation fine. No. So I'm like, I would have got involved if she raised to the next level, which would have been...
She spat in my face.
Yeah, then I would have said,
You wouldn't have done anything, Pete. You're a liar. You'd be like this.
no.
What? This is escalating.
I'd be like, yeah. Then I'd be like, okay. I'd be like, Luke, we have to leave now. I'd say I'd take you out of the situation because I'm like, you're going to ruin everything we built by spitting in that woman's face. Because there's cameras that were only facing the outside, so it would have only caught you spitting, not her, unless it were high definition.
Can you imagine? Fuck me. All right. Okay. So your partner's left. Yeah. Sometimes, like I say, some people can take change in a relationship really dramatically. Like for someone to leave and without any explanation after asking for a kid, like
it is a bit weird to request the kid. But to be fair, I did that with Charlotte.
Like it was a menu item.
Yeah, I know. I'll have the child, please. No, but I did that with Charlotte.
What?
I wanted the kid, and she didn't really want the kid. But then when Owen came, I found it hard.
Yeah.
But I didn't run away.
She did call you out on that as well.
Yeah, but I didn't run away.
No.
But he ran away.
You was being selfish a little bit though, wasn't you?
Why are you doing that?
What do you mean?
You just want to make me out to be selfish.
No, but you are selfish.
No, it wasn't really.
Okay. So
I didn't realize.
What?
I didn't realize.
Yeah, but you can be selfish and not realize you're being selfish.
No, I was thinking more from the angle of, well, it just felt weird. I felt like it is hard to be a dad. I do think it's hard to be a dad.
It's hard to be a parent.
It's hard to be a parent.
Yeah. Well, it's just
Charlotte's a great parent. Charlotte is. If it wasn't for Charlotte, and Charlotte's mom, we couldn't do it.
How do you think if you had to look after Owen on your own?
100% of the time, I couldn't do it.
Wouldn't you?
No, I couldn't do it. I'll be sleeping all the time. You'd be like, Pete, we got record. I'm like, Luke, I'm shattered. I can't.
Really?
He tires me out, but he's very active. Charlotte's mom looks after babies for a living. She's like, he is like another level.
So, but 1 second. So you don't think you'd be able to work anymore?
I don't know if I could.
Really? I couldn't imagine not. If I'd have to.
How would you work though? How would you work if you had a kid running around all the time and you had to look after it?
I think I could get myself into a routine with my kids.
How though? You have to look after it.
Yeah, but remember this. I've had to have my daughter from a young age on her own.
Yeah, but did you have the podcast? You didn't have the podcast.
No, but I had to work and stuff.
So who looked after the kid then?
Well, my mum did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm saying if I had to look after it, I can't do it.
No, but
it's too difficult.
When you had the podcast, you could give the kid to somebody.
Yeah, but we don't like the idea of handing him to a stranger.
I'm talking about if you never had any, if it was you on your own.
Yeah, obviously if it was me on my own, I'd say this is his favourite teddy, but I'll put a camera in it so I can keep an eye on her so she doesn't like hit him or anything. Because I know what those carers are like. You never know how someone's going to treat your kid when you're not looking.
100%. That's why you have to wait till they're speaking.
Yeah, because then you can say, did they touch you or something?
Yeah.
But you never know how a kid's going to act. Because I think if someone touched me when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have told my mum and dad.
Really?
Because I would have been scared of the trouble.
Really?
Yeah, I would have been like, I don't want to get into trouble.
Do you know what? That's so interesting because I notice between my
Not
sons...
that anyone did touch me.
No. I notice between my sons, they're different nature. The younger one is more passive. The older... Like, I remember they went to a breakfast club and he sat... The teacher sat on a bench. You know, a little bench where the things go up your ass?
Yeah, I do know them. With a little thing underneath the flaps.
Yeah. He sat on one of those, and there was another spare one. So my eldest, Mackay, sat on that bench, and he's like, no, sit on the floor. He's like, no.
Who said that?
The teacher of the breakfast club.
Yeah.
And my other son sat on the floor, like, all right. And my son was like, no, why am I sitting on the floor? I want to sit on the bench. The floor's cold.
He wanted to sit on the knobbly thing.
No, he did. One minute! Oh, grab me by the collar! No, he didn't want to sit on the knobbly, but just on that bench. That bench, he wanted to, and he's more he's like me. He's more argumentative. My other son's more passive. Like, he doesn't want But you do notice that. Like, I think if someone tried to touch me, I would have told.
No, you would have told. Like, but how old would you have been?
Any age. I've been argumentative and like.
No. Because I remember I was a kid and like I was like I must have been 7. I was young, and it was like a sports day, and some fucking woman stole my crisps. She didn't have a packed lunch. My packed lunch, my crisps, they were ham and pineapple, McCoy's, and they'd been pulled out of my fucking thing, and she was eating them. I said, they're mine. And she goes, no, they're not. They're not yours. I said, where's your lunch? Where's your packed lunch?
How old was you?
I was about 7.
And you questioned her?
I questioned because I thought, they're missing from here, and then you're
Do you know what?
And my
When it comes to
lunchbox was under your seat.
When
You fucking little
when it comes to food, I can believe
Yeah, I know. So
she could have touched your private parts.
I do remember someone touching my private parts for Smarties. It was like doctors that came in.
What?
They checked for 2 bowls, I think they said they were doing.
What?
And they gave me 2 Smarties.
This is where his love of food and masturbation came from.
No, I was like, and this is like I'm in I'm 6 or 5 at the time. I remember someone checking for balls.
And that's what you said. You shortly started masturbating after that, right? That age.
No, not that age.
Smarties.
The finest confectionery.
Yeah.
No, so but that was weird because I remember like
Someone's gonna be like, that's a Chris Eubank school bag. the Easter eggs. The Easter eggs.
The Easter eggs you get in this podcast are unmatched, baby.
You go.
Yeah, the smartest, the finest confectionery.
Confectionery, indeed.
So yeah, they and then I told my mom when I was 30, and my mom was like, no one should have touched your balls, and I was like, because I was thinking, oh, someone's going to do that to my son when he's in that, and mom was like, no, they should never have checked your balls, and I'm like, no, they did though, like they checked my balls, but I'm pretty sure like. But it wasn't like a sexual thing, I don't think. It was just like, can we just check? Okay, take your Smarties. Get out of there. Because they would have fondled it for a while if that was the problem.
But Pete, that is fucking...
Did that not happen to you, though?
No, I don't remember anyone touching my balls at 6. I don't remember.
I'm telling you.
I don't remember anyone.
I'm telling you, this was primary school.
And handing me sweets afterwards.
Now they said take, and I remember thinking at the time, I thought this when I was 6, that how come I'm only getting 2 Smarties for that? One for each ball.
I can imagine you next time. Next time I'm going to bargain for more. Okay, we're going to check. No. Smarties first. The finest confectionery.
Stop.
I'll take 6 this time.
The finest confectionery.
Smarty indeed.
Oh.
No,
but yeah, I don't know.
I remember my mum always talks about when they had to give me and my sister an injection, yeah? Give me and my sister an injection.
They gave me an injection as well at the time.
Yeah. And they couldn't control my sister. My sister went ballistic, yeah? And they couldn't get her to get the injection, and they just let her go. Yeah, all right, so we can't give her.
You're going to have to get hepatitis if you want it.
And then I tried the same thing, and the nurse just pinned, like what you did to Charlotte, just pinned me down.
Really?
And they didn't give me the chance. They just pinned me down.
Pinned you down.
I gave me the injection, and I was like, yeah.
Injections are horrible. Owen had to have like 4 at one time, man. 1 in the leg, 2 in the arm, and I was like, he's looking at us like, why are you doing this to me? And he's distraught, man.
Oh, do you know what?
I just felt guilty.
Yeah, because their mind can't, they just feel pain. They're like, you're my pet. Why are you
I know. And I'm like, it's okay. Like,
I saw this writing on a post, and someone goes, when you wake up in the night and go like to the kitchen, and then you accidentally like trip over your dog.
Yeah.
That dog thinks you woke up. It's just a kick. That dog thinks you woke up.
Stupid dog.
That dog be like, he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
You just tripped over him.
Yeah, because cats do that. Have you seen that video of the cat? And the boy walks past the cat, he stands on his tail, the cat goes, rawr, and then just like runs after him and eats him. And the other cat sees what's happening, and he runs after and like, you
chase
stood
it,
on his tail.
Yeah. Are they bite him?
They both attack the boy.
Really?
I would have grabbed the cats and
Yeah, of course.
you have to.
Yeah, of course.
It's like game over, isn't it?
sure.
And you don't immediately squeeze. You squeeze to the point where they're like, what are you doing?
No, you grab.
You have to go now.
Grab the scruff of the neck.
No, you don't. You grab them by the throat, squeeze.
No, you're trying to kill them.
I would kill them. You've just attacked my son. It's
No,
over.
No, you said you.
What?
You're getting up and thingy.
No.
How old was the kid?
The boy was a child.
Oh, was he?
And at that point, I'm afraid you don't trump my child.
Yeah, but you don't have to kill them.
No, you do. You have to throat it.
I'm worried.
You did. Yeah, let it have it.
All right, let's clear up the dilemma. Listen, my darling, it could be a multitude of reasons, yeah? But the fact that he hasn't communicated it to you shows the kind of person he is, yeah? He may be going through a hard time, but it's not fair to have a child. You're now basically life partners in this.
You're
product,
always
which is the child,
connected.
which is your child. So he needs to communicate with you. And the fact that he's not communicating with you is not okay. Even if you have done something wrong and he's found out you've done something wrong, it doesn't.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think he's literally scared. And he knows she's pregnant.
Yeah, 12 weeks.
He's probably scared, but he seems immature because why ghost? The ghosting thing I've never understood. The only reason I would ghost, if I was to ever ghost, would be I don't have the confidence to tell you I don't like you anymore.
So that makes it okay.
I'm not saying that makes it okay. That's the only thing I can put this
Why would
down
I
to
ghost?
is
Why
for
would
him
I not-
ghosting.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I okay, if
Because-
there's no child,
because I don't
if there's
wanna
no
hurt her
child-
feelings.
If there's no child involved,
Yeah.
I could ghost. But not if there's a child involved.
Yeah, but you have different values to other men, I think. Because I did find it weird that you had your kids and obviously you stuck in their lives and stuff, even though you're broken up. Because I'd be like, surely that was really hard, but you did do it.
What do you mean?
Because I don't want to bring up, saying that your dad wasn't around.
But you do it every other
No,
episode.
okay,
every other
but
episode. Every other episode, people could be like, yeah, the dinosaurs. Yeah, but your dad weren't around.
No, but I think when you look at it, you look at that and go, oh, I wouldn't blame you for doing the same thing that you'd gone through. But obviously, I think what's probably happened is you've thought of how hard that was and you're not going to do that.
Yeah, I do.
So
It does.
Tip my hat to you.
It growing up without a dad made me realize it basically gave me a blueprint. I always say this to my kid: your granddad is your best friend because the fact that
he's the reason that you treat them so well.
Yeah, because I know people who have great dads and they still abandon their kids. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I sense like how important it was to have a dad.
Yeah.
And it was like I couldn't do that.
But so why do you think he would have ghosted? Why would someone
I think sometimes people can panic, they feel overwhelmed. So it may not be permanent. He may be like trying to I've got some commitment. I'm trying to read this book about attachment issues because I think I have commitment issues. I feel like when I get too close or someone gets too close to me, I pull away. So I don't know whether he feels trapped now that the situation's become a reality.
Right.
Sometimes in the throes of passion, you're like, I want to get you pregnant.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
It's intrinsic. Like, I want to come inside.
I had that feeling as soon as I got Charlotte pregnant. I was like, I want to do it again.
Yeah.
It's like a feeling of, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to get you pregnant.
Yeah.
Because you feel powerful as a man.
Yeah, masculine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
put
my
something inside.
beans work.
I put something inside there.
Yeah, and it made it work.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Baby, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
And without me, you wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yeah.
But also without you wouldn't have been able to comment on anything.
Well, you do find ways. Your pocket pussy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true.
Inside that.
I need to go for a shit though.
All right, let's try to wrap up the episode. But my darling,
and in the new studio, there's a toilet just there.
yeah, but you're not allowed to use that one. You have to go downstairs.
No.
Because we've got a big gap underneath the door. But it's got a powerful flush.
It does, yeah.
But anyway, listen to me. You can't be scratching your mind one because it could be a multitude. It might not even be anything to do with you. That may be a him problem. He may feel overwhelmed, and it's not okay. Even if he does feel overwhelmed,
it's not okay.
He is now he's created something. You have to stick by it, regardless if you feel good about it or not.
And I think maybe what would be good is for you to talk to one of his friends and find out what's going on.
Yeah, try and
find out.
Yeah, try
what's
and
going on.
contact with his family. And to be honest with you, I'll put this on you. If you've got no contact details for his family or his friends, then it was way too early.
You shouldn't have,
been
probably
having
got
kids.
pregnant.
Yeah, you should be
Because
know
you
his
don't
family.
know him.
Yeah, you should know his family and be able to speak to them and find out who this guy is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we wish you all the best.
I hope it works out, and it's so hard having a child. So I hope you can both sort out this
being a
issue.
single
It's
parent,
hard,
being a
man.
parent with two people in a relationship is hard.
It's hard,
So
let
we
alone
do
being on your
single.
own.
Yeah, so I hope you are
I
excited.
take my hat off to any woman that's a single mom. I'm like I've got one of my close friends, Rachel. I used to work with her. She brought up a kid, and I used to just think, oh yeah, shut up, whatever, Rachel. But now I look at her like, bloody hell, fair play, man. You raised your kid on your own, and she's a good kid as well. And now I've got so much respect. I feel bad a bit because I didn't have that respect until after we stopped working together.
Really?
So she doesn't know that respect exists.
From you?
That respect is for her,
Yeah.
but she's never received it. If
when you see her. Sorry, it's 20 years too late, but good on you, Rachel.
Yeah, I know.
Good
Yeah,
on you, Rachel.
no, but she's a good mom, and I do think the women out there that have raised their kids single-handedly deserve. I don't know. I do think there's not enough done in this country for women who are pregnant. They make you go to work when you feel sick. It's not fair, man. But you only realize this once you have a kid.
Yeah, but Pete, you have to understand it. If you compare this to some places, like they get maternity leave.
No, I know.
Some countries, they're like, if you're pregnant, nothing like.
No, I know. But one of Charlotte's friends had a kid, and they're like, yeah, it's so easy. A baby sleeps all, and like the dad had got 6 months pay, and I'm like, the fucking, fucking getting paid for 6 months for doing nothing.
You're a jealous individual.
I got jealous of that. You can't expect me not to get jealous when I got nothing, and Charlotte wasn't working. Come on, man.
All right. Listen, but guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We're in a new studio.
Hey, without you lot, this wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it look better and decorate it for you lot.
But you know, it started in the beginning. We would build it up.
And we just want to say thank you to each and every one of our Patreons who are supporting us.
Especially you. Yeah, thank you.
Because without you guys, this would not have happened. And if you could do us all a favor, if you could just drop a comment with whatever app you're watching or listening on, if you could drop a comment or leave a review, and click that follow or subscribe button that you see.
Whatever podcast app you're listening on.
Whatever podcast app or whether you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, hit the follow button and make sure you hit the reminders as well. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Luke and Pete.
Talking shit. Take care, guys.
See you later, guys.